All right. I think it's been, I don't know, probably about maybe almost 2 weeks, maybe. I don't know. Has it been that long? No, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know since I've been on. But anyway, just want to come on and touch bases and see how everyone is doing. And, you know, it's what, the 20th, right? Now we are three, almost 3/4 of the way through January. Before you know, February is here. And I just, when I always talk about, if you're familiar with my channel, it's about, of course, staying focused, right? Life keeps lifing. I don't care what you do, how you do it. If you wake up in the morning, you have a lot of stuff on your plate, right? And you're constantly having to figure it out. Like, what do I need to do over here? What do I need to do over there? It's a constant, I'm not going to say a constant struggle, right? Because if you want to change your life and do something better for yourself, then you have to engage in it, right? Things are not going to magically happen. There are so many things that each one of us have on our plate that we know we need to get done, and we constantly put things off until it's an emergency. That's how we are, right? But you got to take a look and see how important it is. I know for myself, I look at how many things I have going on, and I do get overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed like everyone else does, right? But I have to take a step back and I have to say, okay, what's more important right now? And I start breaking it down. And that's what I have always said, one step at a time, one step at a time, no matter what you have going on in your life, right? Because if you don't take a step back, that's why you find some people. Thank you for joining my live. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Hi. Hi, Izzy. Thank you. That's why you have some people who they catch heart attacks, right? They get sick because they have so many things piled up on their plate. Hi, thank you for coming in. Thank you, Aquintus. Hi. Hi, Jacob. Thank you for coming in. They have so many things piled up on their plate. Thank you, Janet, for coming in. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Um, Thank you. Let's go to the beach. That's cute. Yeah, but people have so many things piled up on their plate. And these days, that's why you hear a lot about mental health awareness. Hi, Chicago. Thank you for checking in. I hear that all day, every day, right? And it's freezing out there right now because it's cold out here in Jersey. I'm in Jersey. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Chicago. Actually, where is everyone coming in from? Tell me. Tell me. Just drop it in the chat. Oh, like the movie, right? Yes, yes. But yeah, like what I said, the mental, like just staying focused, life wears us down, this mental health thing. Where you all coming in? I'm from Brazil. Where is Brazil? Someone put America? Really? Well, you can tell I'm American, right? My accent. My accent. It's a New York. I'm a New Yorker, right? So I say sauce and coffee and those things, right? But straight out of Brooklyn. Straight out of Brooklyn. But yeah, yeah, right. Um, yeah, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, everyone. I really appreciate that. Um, One of the things that I found, mental health is serious these days, right? It's serious. And I feel like a lot of it is serious because of the housing market, right? Rental, um, jobs, You know, people, you're so busy, right, trying to maintain your job. Some people can't go back to school. You know, I don't even know. Would you all say drugs is now a big of an issue as it used to be? Back in the days, right, drugs was a big problem. But I think people have now figured it out. Right. It is, James. It is a joke. It's ridiculous. And people now have to literally pile up, right? What used to happen is hi boys. Yeah, people used to come here, right? Well, they probably still do. Come here from other countries and everyone would live together and pile up. And then they would all save their money and go buy a house. Now it's like, hold on a second. The American dream is no longer the American dream, right? Thank you. Yeah, it's no longer the American dream because you can't afford anything. Or by the time, I don't even know, like, how do you save up for $600,000 house? Like, how? How do you, $600,000 house or 700, 600, 600, you're looking at over $4,000 for a mortgage. 4,000 a month. So how do you afford that? It's hard, especially if it's one person. Thank you. Especially if it's one person. How do you afford a $600,000 house? And me being a New Yorker, right? The housing market is really expensive. It's like California. So, and then people wonder why are some people depressed out here, right? Because they can't afford anything. They can't. And jobs, some jobs, well, the truth is a lot more jobs, depending on what career you're in, um, you can make good money. But see, also now the difference is now than the way it used to be back in the days, right? If you really want to be an entrepreneur now, you can really be one. It's much easier to work for yourself nowadays. Back in the days, you couldn't. It's funny, James. I feel like that too. But you want to know something? To be honest with you, I feel like we have to, as a people, right, or as a person, you have to get to the point with yourself that you say, you know what, I'm, I have to be okay in this space. I mean, I don't want to live in a van, but you know how some people have decided to do van life, right? They are okay in that space, you know? So here in America, right, a lot of things are materialistic, right? They are. They are. A lot of people look at us and they're like, oh, we got 10 pair of shoes, 20 pairs of shoes, right? And we need how many pairs of pants, how many coats? Like, I don't know. We just have a lot of stuff, just a lot, just for no reason. For no reason. Like if we just kept it simple, you get what I'm saying? Keep it simple. Then, but we do not keep it simple. We're spoiled. We're spoiled. But to be honest with you, right, as we all can see, the rich is getting richer. They really are. They're getting richer. So it's almost like if you didn't prepare yourself, or if you don't prepare yourself and map things out, you're in trouble. I even hear like Social Security, they're changing it to 65 before you can collect. So, what about all those years that you worked? Now you can't collect till you 65. But the truth being told, right, you wouldn't want to collect at 62 because if you're only getting depending on how much you worked, right? You can get 1,400, 1,500. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, Bob. Thank you. Uh, you can only get 1,400, 1,500, right? From Social Security. How do you live off that? How? I was just speaking to someone the other day, and she was telling me that how she was struggling. She was really struggling. She said her Social Security is not enough. And I just feel like it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. The truth is, right, we try to look for solutions, but it appears that the people that have the money are the ones that make the call. If you have the money, you are the ones making decisions out here. It's not the people with no money. It's not the little people. When you start seeing these movie stars doing commercials, right? Whether it's insurance or whatever they're doing commercials. They're doing commercials with peanut butter and everything else. Right, right. They're doing. Thank you, Bob. Yes. It's remember, they have built a lifestyle. So whatever lifestyle you build is one you have to maintain. So if you see someone that's really doing well, you just got to remember that they have to pay the piper. Whatever you decide to do with your life, right? That's where you have to work to maintain it. You have to work to maintain it. For me, right, as I'm working, doing things on my house, doing this, it becomes overwhelming. And I get to the point and I'm like, oh, but guess what? If I sell, I won't have that. Well, I kind of look at the work as exercise, right? But it does get overwhelming. And it's it you either damn if you do, you damn if you don't, right? So you work hard to put yourself in a better position, but you got to work hard to maintain it. Or you sit there and you be a nobody, and you got to maintain being a nobody. You got to sit there and suffer through it and keep suffering through it and begging for money or whatever it is, whatever the choice is that you made, right? Yeah. It is. Either way you do it. It's slavery on both sides. On both sides. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then you wonder, right? All right, for me, right? As I get older, right? And I am getting there because I'm 61 now. Actually, I colored my hair. I tried to do some platinum. I was trying to do a platinum with purple overtones. I don't know. I was trying to like do something, right? I don't know. I don't think it came out. I got to go over it again, right? I guess so, but it depends on James. James said you got to only have a good life if you're willing to take people on. That depends on who you're taking on. Um, because again, as you get older, right? I know for myself, I'm just like, I'm not ready to leave this earth yet, but I am happy to be older, right? Because of all the things that's going on in this world, all the things that I see around me, and no one cares, right? The world to me, no one cares. People are mean. People sometimes you think they're your friends and they're not your friends. Well, yeah, that depends on if you are, how are they taking your money is the question. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. No, yeah, I tried to do the platinum. Let's see. I don't know. I got to play around with it. But I appreciate the kind words. But yeah, people in this world, they would take you for granted. It's almost like, yes, you just don't know who to trust. You really don't. Um, I would go into a story, well, maybe I could go partially into it. A neighbor that I trusted, right? Thought she was a sweet person, and she probably could be, just not a sweet person to me, right? And I drew lines outside, to mark where my driveway is, only because they made my driveway a little too small. Thank you. Only because they made my driveway a little too small. And I end up, so she said something about it. And I told her I was only doing it because they made it too small. Well, she had just bought the property, right? And she pulled out her survey, said you can't draw the line there, whatever. She made a big mess, took her to court, and she was like, "Oh, we don't have to go through this. We don't have to." And I end up dropping the case because it's my neighbor. I really don't want to be mean, right? But she still didn't pay up. All right. But there was more to the story. I'm just cutting to the chase, right? She still didn't pay up. So now it's like I'm taken aback. But what? Why do I have to go through all of this? Why can't we just be neighbors? Why can't you do the right thing? Right? So someone would say, but you drew the line. But the line was nothing. It was just, you don't own the streets. When you own a house, you don't own the streets. The streets belong to the city. What you own is the sidewalk, right? That's attached to where in front of your house, but not the streets. So anyway, I'm taken aback. And I guess she didn't expect it. But you know what? What happens is in life, when someone is really good to you and they do the right thing, do not take their kindness as a weakness. Never do that. Um, right. It is. Trust no one. The only real cost in our life, is stress. And it's true. It's true. What I start doing for me, when I get stressed out about something, I kind of just take off sometime. Like I might take a half a day to myself or go lay down and try to watch television. I don't really watch television, so me laying down watching television for me is a treat. That's a treat. You understand? So I try to do something different that I normally wouldn't do. I would go do a sauna session, something. I would do something good for myself. That's how I take away the stress. But I also pay attention to what it is that's causing the stress. And then I said, wait, hold on. Let me take a step back. Because there's nothing in this world that you can do, right? Or that someone else can do that can keep allowing you to be stressed out and you making yourself a part of it. You have to first take a look at you and realize, do I really want to be a part of this? And then, right, that's true, James. You do have to know when to pick your battles, right? Or leave them. And that's me. When I hear stuff or see stuff that doesn't sit well with me, I analyze it. And then after that, I'm like, I'm just going to take a step back. I'm going to move myself away from it. I can't. I just can't. And one of the things I feel like to living longer and feeling good about yourself is to remove stress or lessen the stress, right? But there are times I feel like, and don't forget everyone to hit the like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate you all. I also feel like we bring that stress to ourselves. We bring the stress because it could be the people you're around, situations you put yourself in. If you know you have rent that's due, then make sure you work. You know, keep a job so you could pay your rent, right? If you know you have light bills or credit card bills, make sure you take care of those things. It's not all the time we want to be an adult, but those are adult things that we have to do. They are. Um, Really important, really important. I'm not going to stay on much longer because today for me was a very long day, right? And one of my eyes are bothering me, right? One of my eyes are bothering me. So I probably got to go get my eyes checked. So I'm going to definitely work on making that appointment tomorrow. Right. I like that you said that, James. James said, um, James, sorry with the acronym TBH. I need to Google it. I don't know, TBH. But he said, I used to be really bad at making decisions and it made my life shit. Yes, 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 yes. I'm glad that you realized that because making the right decision for yourself is really important. Ah, thank you, Bob. Bob said, I feel so bad, but I have to go. Goodbye, ma'am. I hope you know that God sent you as an angel, not a normal being because of how wonderful and high spirited you are. You know what? Hugs and kisses to you. I so appreciate that. And you know, I come on, thank you. But everyone that we go through stuff, right? And we just got to hang in there, hold hands, and just get through this bullshit. Just get through this. So I really appreciate those kind words. I do. I I thank you. Thank you for joining. And I hope you subscribe so when I'm on again, you'll know. All right? I appreciate you. Have a good night, too. Have a good night. Um, James, now, James, you said I used to be really bad at making decisions and my life turned to shit, right? I'm going back to you because that's how it is with a lot of things. A lot of things. I, you know, I said to my mother, right? She's an older woman, of course, right? I'm lucky to still have her. And she's old school. And yeah, it's telling her business, but I think it's good business. She didn't pay one of her credit card bills because she thought once they tore down the building, because she's old school, she would just go there and make the payment. She would just go make the payment, right? She never mailed anything in. She felt like I got to go there and make the payment. So that's what she did. She went, once they tore down the building, she was like, okay, I don't have to make the payment. I was like, Ma, just because they tore down the building, you still got to make the payment. So anyway, her creditors reached out to me and I was like, oh. So I ended up walking her through it and we got rid of it. But there was one time I said, Ma, let's hurry up and get rid of this bill. She was like, oh, no, no, no. They could wait because what happened, she saw her account build and build and building when she's saving money. And she said, nah, they could wait. I said, Ma, no, they can't wait. We're going to get rid of this. So one of the things I have to say is no matter what you go through, own your shit. Own it. Own your shit. Just own it. Right? You know, you got to pay your rent or pay your mortgage. Pay it. If you got to sit in the dark, if you got to get, because you can't pay your light bill, pay your rent, pay your mortgage. If you got to get 2 jobs. Do what you have to do to make it happen. You know, burn that midnight oil. You got to stay up late, go to sleep for a few hours, get up early, do everything you have to do to get yourself through your situation, because today is not always your tomorrow. You just need today, right, to get to tomorrow. And then you work that, get to the next day. And one of the things, even if you're in a job that you don't like, right? What I did with my job that I no longer want to be at, I took a look, I looked around the room, looked at everybody that was there. And I said, you know what? This is where I'm at right now, but this is not where I'm going to be at forever. So really take a look at your situation and just know that you're going to make that change. But it's one step at a time. One step at a time. That's it. It's you don't have to rush through it. Feel the pain. Feel the pain of what you're going through. Feel it. But those pains are definitely growing pains. Okay? It's going to help you grow, and it's going to help you get to the next level. Just remember, today is not your tomorrow. And it's painful, but it's also lessons. All right? Very important. They're lessons that you'll remember. I've been there before. I've been there. And when I tell you my back was against the wall, but I did it. I did it. That's it. That's it. But remember, you have to put action behind whatever it is you want to do. It's not going to magically happen. It's not. Even me, as hard as I work, I thank my higher power every night before I go to bed. Or actually, not before I go to bed, when I'm in bed. I'm laying there and I'm thanking him. Now, I know I did the work. I know I did the work. I believe in him, but I did the work. Because a lot of times we say, oh, God, you gave me this. You get God, right? Act like we're in church. God gave you what you decided to get out there and work for. That's it. That's what he gave you. If you didn't work for anything, then you don't have anything. If you made decisions, then God gave you. If you go left, you get left. If you go right, you get right. Does that make sense? So that's where I'm at. But I'm going to get out of here. I do want to thank you all for still being here with me. I hope you all hit the like, share, and subscribe. And that's really it. I want to thank you all for being a part of my channel. I will be back, of course. All right. And thank you all. Thank you. Everyone, have a good night. Stay safe, stay up, and stay laser focused. All right. Thank you for joining my channel tonight. Thank you.